Hi, I'm Lucy from Sew Essential and I'm here today to share the latest McCall's patterns with you. So everything I talk about today is available on our lovely website, and you'll find links to our website and all the products I mentioned below. And if you like what you see, please like and subscribe, because every Friday I bring you a video packed full of sewing goodness. So I can't wait to show you these McCall's patterns. There's some absolutely gorgeous designs and a real variety as well. So if you're into vintage, we've got you covered. If you're into fitted and tailored, we've got you covered. If you like some ruffles and pretty feminine details, we've got you covered. There is something for everybody in this release. So let me start with my favourite patterns. And I've paired them with gorgeous fabrics that you can make them up with. Everything's linked below, so just click the little arrow, click the more option below, and you'll find all the links that you need there. So let's get started with McCall's 8361. Absolutely love this dress. It also comes as McCall's 8362, so it runs in two sizes. The plus size runs up to a 38, which is a 60 bust, 56.5 waist and a 62 hip. So really inclusive size range on this one. And I just love the way the dress has got the cutout details at the side with the two little straps that run across the cutout, really highlighting that feature. But then what's really nice about it, you've got that little cutout, but then actually the rest of the dress is very sort of demure. And I think it's just the right balance of sort of exposure and then that lovely covered up sort of chic look. So it's very much like a shirt sort of collar on the dress. You've got an option for a puff sleeve or a long sleeve, or just a straight short sleeve. And then the skirt has got is a relatively flared skirt, so a little bit of volume in that, and it recommends that you sew this up in cottons, poplins, shirtings or gingham. Those lovely little details at the side as well, where we go across the little cutout, those ties actually come to the back and fasten at the back, so it's actually exposed at the back. It looks like a top and a skirt at the back, and then you've got these little ties in between which join into that centre front piece, which has got gathers above and below it. Different skirt length options as well. Just a really lovely original design, lots of lovely sewing details. Bust starts for a bit of shape there. Personally, I would love to get this in my wardrobe. I'm really short on time to sew at the moment. It's so frustrating because we've got so many lovely patterns and fabrics coming in, so you guys are going to have to make it for me. But I thought that dress would look great sewn up in this Lady McElroy cotton lawn, which has got this lovely sort of fern green background and little white spots. I thought that would look perfect for spring, sewn up into that lovely shirt dress with a twist. The next pattern I want to share with you is actually a vintage 1970s Laura Ashley pattern. Wow, talk about my dream pattern. This has to be it. So continuing with the theme we've seen recently, where ruffles and frills and that sort of thing are very much here to stay. However, the waistlines are getting cinched in again. This Laura Ashley design very much ticks those boxes. It runs in a size 6 to a 24, and a 24 is a 46 bust, 39 waist and 48 hip. And it suggests you make it in cotton blends, challis or crepe de chine. It's very much sort of milkmaid type vibes on this one. So you've got a lovely crossover neck at the front with a gathered edging to it, which runs all the way up to the shoulder. You've got a little puff sleeve gathered at the hem, and then the waist is drawn in with a tie which wraps over and crosses over at the back and comes round to the front, so that draws in at the waist. And then you've got the skirt, which has got options. It looks like a sort of midi length skirt, and you've got options to add a ruffled tier to that, or just go for a simple sort of flared skirt. Perfect dress for spring and summer. Really easy to wear every day. You would be able to pair it with pumps or sandals, a denim jacket, and yeah, I think you would feel comfortable. I would feel comfortable in that everywhere. And the fabric I've chosen is one of our gorgeous dead stock fabrics that we've had in recently. It's a viscose challis fabric. It's a beautiful design, this red background with a pretty floral design on it. I am desperate to make something in this one. Probably that Laura Ashley design. I really hope I get round to it. I am struggling at the moment for time to sew, but I will live vicariously through you guys, as I say. So do let me know if you get round to whipping any of these designs up. The next one I want to share with you is McCall's 8370. So if you're someone who likes a bit of tailoring, like that sort of preppy look, which is very much being back in fashion again this year, this could be the pattern for you. It runs in sizes 6 to a 24. The 24 is a 46 bust, 39 waist and 48 hip. And it also has cup sizes as well, so you can get a really good fit on the jacket. You want to sew this up in things like tweed, boucle, wool blends, jacquard fabrics, but it's a really cute sort of Chanel style cropped, relatively cropped box jacket with little patch pockets on the front. You can go for a sort of frayed edge on your fabric round the neckline if you want to. You can add a bit of contrasting trim, you know, get a bit creative with this one. And then there's a lovely A-line skirt with a slit on one side, and then a button down design as well, which runs along the seam where the slit runs from. It's got princess seams front and back, and yeah, it just looks like a really nice fun sew to get your teeth into. And I think the great thing about separates like that, you could wear the skirt on its own with a blouse or a t-shirt. You could wear the jacket with your favourite jeans and a t-shirt. You probably get a lot of wear out of both items, and then you can pair them together if you want to. And the fabric I chose for this one was one of our, it's classed as a coating fabric, but I think this would work. I think it's lightweight enough to work for the jacket and the skirt. Can't remember what the composition of this one is, but I will put links to everything below. So just click the more option below, or there might be a little drop down arrow that you can click, and that will open up and give you all the links, so you'll be able to find this one. But it's a lovely coarse weave. It's like a navy, it's sort of a black background. It's got navy blue, little bits of gold, cream, and a sort of taupey colour running through. It's a very neutral, very easy to wear, would look great with a white t-shirt for spring. So that was my choice for that one. And then the next design I wanted to share with you is McCall's 8367. This one also runs in two size ranges. So you've got a smaller size range and you've got a larger size range. The larger size range goes up to, oh no, sorry, this is just one size range actually, I tell a lie. But the largest size is a 48 bust, 41.5 hip and waist, and a 50 hip. So this is ticking the cargo pant trend big time. A pair of really sort of loose fitting cargo pants with some really interesting design details. It suggests making them in crepe or challis, so you're looking for something nice and drapey and fluid for these. It's got a deep elasticated waistband with an optional belt, and then the trouser legs are split into sections, so you've got a top section, a middle section and a bottom section. The middle section has got patch pockets at an angle on them, which I think looks really good and is an interesting little design details, makes them a little bit quirky. You've got options for that final section at the hem to just be left loose, or you can taper it, gather it into an elasticated cuff at the ankle. There's patch pockets on the back, and then there's also the option for shorts with this one as well. So, you know, you could get quite a lot of mileage out of this. The shorts are just a very simple pair of shorts, and they're just that top section of the trouser leg. So yeah, with these, I just thought, you know, the cargo pants, there's lots of them around. You can go for your everyday ones, but a lot of the trends are focusing on silky, satiny type fabrics for these, making them a little bit more dressy. So I thought, well, why not make them in our satin backed crepe John Caldor fabric. It's called Mystique. It's got a nice bit of fluid drape and movement, but it's a good weight for trousers. And I love this raspberry colour. So you've got the silky shiny side, or you've got the matte side. You can use either. But I just thought for a really nice dressy pair of trousers, that would look great. You could just pair it with a simple white top and some strappy heels. And it'd be a very, very on-trend, but very comfortable and easy to wear pair of trousers, which would be great in my book. The next pattern I want to share, there's a new exciting indie designer in town in the McCalls family. So it's called Brandy Joan, and Brandy Joan has done some new designs for McCalls, and she's going to be like Mimi G, you know, she's going to be a part of the family and producing designs on a regular basis as far as I understand. So these are her first designs that she shared, and I think they're absolutely beautiful. This dress, 8359, runs in a size 6 to a 22, and the 22 is a 44 bust, 37 waist, 46 hip. They suggest making this pattern up in challis, crepe de chine or lawn. It's definitely got those sort of milkmaid type vibes again, just gathered cups on the bodice, waist darts to give you a nice bit of shape and fit round the fitted bodice. It's got a square neckline, and then puff sleeves, which you can go for long or short, a flared midi length skirt with a slit at the front. And it looks like you could make a top separately from this one if you wanted to. But yeah, really pretty design, perfect for spring and summer again. And I thought the fabric I would like to use on this one is one of our new cotton lawn fabrics. Beautiful design, this one. It's got this lovely navy blue background and vibrant red floral print on it, and I just thought that would look so beautiful made up into a summer dress, something you'd want to wear again and again. The next pattern I wanted to share with you is by Brandy Joan again. So this is McCall's 8360, runs in sizes 6 to 24. 24 is a 46 bust, 39 waist, 48 hip, and it is a super cool, sexy jumpsuit of dreams in my opinion. So it's got a sweetheart neckline, strapless or sleeveless design. It's got princess seams running up the body. At the back there's a shirred panel in the back, so that's going to give you a little bit of comfort because it'll give you a little bit of stretch there. And then it's got the belt that you can sew up and add, and the seams from it's not a princess seam, it's a straight seam that runs up from the waist to the point of the sweetheart neckline. That continues down the trouser leg on the front, but then there's none of them on the back, which I think is a really good design detail actually, because when you have them on the back, you've got to get the placement just right on your bum, because if it's too far to the side, it can actually make your bum look bigger or distort your shape. So the fact that you haven't got to worry about that on this pattern is great. And then there's just your little traditional patch pockets on the bum and a traditional yoke as well on the trousers, as you would see on a pair of jeans. But yeah, what a great, sexy, super jumpsuit. Now you can make this up in denim, twill, poplin or cotton. We've got some beautiful 7-berry twills in a range of lovely colours. We've got like neutrals like khakis and navies, but then we've got bright popping colours like pinks and oranges, jade green. So if you wanted to go for a colour, they would be perfect. We have got a couple of new denims that are going to be going on soon as well in lovely pastel colours, but unfortunately I can't get those on the website in time for this video. But we also have this lovely classic indigo denim, which is a stretch denim, so it's going to be nice and comfortable for a jumpsuit like that. It's not too heavy, and I think that would be absolutely perfect for it. It would recreate the look on the pattern packet really, and let's be honest about it, that's pretty damn hot and gorgeous. So that was my choice for that one. I also wanted to point out as well, I'm a big fan of denim, especially in spring. I think denim skirts, jackets, dresses are just so easy to wear at that time of year, and I just wanted to point out how well do those two fabrics go together. So if you're in the market for a denim skirt and then want to make a top or something to go with it, I just thought I'd point that out because they look really pretty together. So that's that one, and don't forget everything I'm showing you, it's all in the links below, so just click the more button or the little drop down arrow and you'll be able to find all the details there. Now the next one's a little bit of a wild card. This is a 1950s vintage design, so if we've got any vintage lovers out there, you're going to love this one. It's pattern number 8357, runs in a 6 to a 24. The 24 is a 46 bust, 39 waist and 48 hip, and they suggest sewing it up in gingham, chambrays, linens, shantungs, those sorts of fabrics. The flared skirt has got a centre front and centre back seam. So on the pattern packet, they've had some fun creating chevrons with the striped fabric, which I thought was a really lovely idea. The bodice has got bust and waist darts, so it's a very fitted bodice, and then this lovely flared skirt, so it really cinches in at the waist. The sleeveless version has got this dramatic square sort of sailor design collar, which I think would be great. It's fun to sew. Or if you want to design with sleeves, there's a blouse design, a button down blouse design with a cute little collar that you can make instead. So yeah, just a really classic, beautiful vintage design that I think would be a lot of fun to sew. And the fabric I chose for that one is another lovely cotton lawn. I think this is a McElroy one as well. Yes, it is. Yeah, and it's cotton lawn. It's this lovely sort of sky blue, cornflowery blue cotton lawn fabric with a little white spot on. I thought that would look really pretty sewn up into that dress, and then you could do the collar as a contrast with the white fabric perhaps, or you could make the skirt in the polka dots, and then you could make the blouse in a white fabric, and then you could even use some of the polka dots to do the little cuff around the sleeve and the little collar if you wanted to tie that in. And then finally another little wild card on this one, but I've seen a lot of these sorts of separates and coords we call them, don't we, these days, but matching tops and trousers. I've seen a lot of this about. McCall's 8368. It's made up in stretch fabric. It comes in 2 sizes, so the larger size runs up to a 5XL, which is a 38 waist, 60 hip. And yeah, it's basically a pair of very fitted, flared stretch trousers. These are to be sewn up in stretch fabrics, and then you can do a matching crop top, and there's different options for the crop top. There's a sort of fairly sort of square design with a little cutout in the front, or there's a crossover design which is more strappy. So not for everyone. I know not everyone would feel comfortable exposing their midriff, but you know, there are people who do, and I thought it was a really cool little set that again you could mix and match with other things as well. So the fabric I chose for this one was our Cadiz John Caldor cotton jersey fabric. And I thought this beautiful lime green colour just screamed spring to me. I thought that would look lovely sewn up in that. It's got a nice amount of stretch, but it's very opaque as well, and it's a lovely quality. I've made loads of stuff in this. It washes and wears beautifully. So I hope you've enjoyed that roundup today. As I said all the way through the video, the patterns, the fabrics, you'll find them all on our site, so do jump on and take a look. If you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.